opera, and he's here with us tonight, so let's go and meet Michael Crawford. Michael, it's a real pleasure to meet you.
Jane.
Welcome
Thank you.
tonight. You've been very, very busy, haven't you? Every time I turn the television on or turn the radio on, there you are, chatting away.
Well, yes. I mean, it started with Parkinson just two Fridays back, and has gone really crazy since then. Yes, with the sort of running around when you've got with the album and the book. It's been yes. There's a lot to talk about.
Is it exciting though? Because it's really bringing you very much back in the. I mean, know you're busy. You're always touring and in shows all over the world, but you really have become very prominent, haven't you? Is it nice to be back with everybody again?
It's great to be back here. Yes, it's very strange when you're away for any length of time. You want to work and be successful, and the great thing is to be accepted as well in America. And if you do get that acceptance, you can sometimes never get it. And if you do get it, you've got to really work on it while you're out there, because it's an enormous country. And the business that I'm in, which is singing, and it's not television, so that you go around the country in big concert venues at 20,000 seaters singing this beautiful music, but it's very, very hard work. And so we've been around the world twice this year.
Have you? Is that all? Is that all you could fit in?
and so one more time and I'll spin right off. But when you come back, it's very hard for people. They like you to go away and have success, but then they don't like it because you don't come back. And so now I'm back. I feel, after doing Parkinson, I feel a lot more welcome. And
it's a pleasure to see you. I was very fortunate. I did actually catch the interview. And obviously your autobiography is very much at the forefront. We've got a copy of it here. It's got the most wonderful title, Parcel Arrived Safely, Tied with String. Now, I know why it's called that. Can you just tell the folks at home that maybe don't know the reason?
Well, it's quite complicated, but I mean, I'll skip a lot of it, but I came into this world in a slightly questionable fashion, that I was out of wedlock, as they say, and I went, obviously along with my mother, down to a place called Salisbury in Wiltshire to be born, and we lived in Sheerness in Kent. So we had to move out the village because of the shame and the embarrassment and the terrible thing. So after I was born, the message had to be got back to my Nan, my grandmother, Nan, back in Sheerness. And she had the ingenious idea of sending a telegram, because there were really no phones then, and the letter, the post wasn't very regular. So she'd send a telegram, and it would say, parcel arrived safely if I was a girl, and parcel arrived safely tied with string if I was a boy.
And of course, you were a boy, the rest is history, and hence you were tied with string.
Yes.
But you actually wrote this autobiography, I mean, is it 10 years or so ago, and it's been sitting in a filing cabinet ever since?
I started and finished virtually 90% of it 10 years ago when I was in America and I was homesick doing Phantom, and I couldn't speak all day. So I just wrote, and I didn't stop. I kept on, and it went further and further back in my life. And when I finished it, it was so personal that I just couldn't show anyone. So I put it away in a filing cabinet, and it wasn't until the beginning of this year that I suddenly took it out, and I thought, it's nothing to be ashamed of. And my mother was, you know, the wonderful thing was she kept me. She didn't give me away, which she could have done. And so, you know, I feel blessed for that. And,
well, it's a wonderful story, and you have had the most wonderful career. I mean, I remember some mothers, I think we all do. It was just classic comedy. I loved you in Billy. As I mentioned to you earlier, that I was a big fan. Even as a little girl, I queued up outside the stage door for you.
Stage door in Manchester.
Yes, all those years ago. But just before we chat a little bit more, let's just take a clip now. And this is you singing with a young lady in the Crystal Cathedral?
It's the Crystal Cathedral in California, Los Angeles. It's a live show with 2,000 people there, and it was being beamed all across the world. And this is an excerpt from the Christmas album.
Thank you very much, Michael. Let's take a look now.
Silent night, holy night, all is
Wonderful song, and wonderful to have you with us in Christmas week, because you're actually disappearing, aren't you, on a big silver bird?
Yes, I'm off. I'm singing in Bethlehem on Christmas Eve. I'm singing a beautiful song called "Oh Holy Night." Better than that, I hope.
Very, very nice.
No, I was so nervous there that it sounds. My voice is shaking like all this vibrato, but it's better on the album, I promise you.
Nice.
And yes, I'm in Bethlehem for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Wonderful, what a wonderful place to be. We wish you all the very best for the millennium. I know you're going to be back with us in the new year, and we look forward to it, Michael, with you touring. Thank you very much indeed.
Happy
It's been a
Christmas,
great
everyone.
pleasure. All right then.